All teams are ready for tonight, and the crowd is ready.
Telemark Nordic, Atticus Briscoe, Telemark Nordic, Cedar Williams, Bulkley Valley Nordic, Sarah Jenkins.
Good morning.
Valley Biathlon.
Welcome to Caledonia Nordic Ski Club. We welcome biathletes and support teams to the International Biathlon Union Regional event, the Biathlon Canada Western Canadian Championships and Odlum Brown Championships. Le Caledonia Nordic Ski Club accueille les biathlètes et leur équipe de soutien à l'événement régional de l'EBU, au championnat de l'Ouest canadien de biathlon canadien et au championnat Odlum Brown de la Colombie-Britannique. Bienvenue tout le monde. Welcome athletes. We already have athletes on the course in this amazing third day of races.
15-minute break between this category and the next category.
Look at these racers getting ready at the line. Already with racers on the course, and we'll be meeting with some of them as the day goes by to hear how this weekend has gone.
That's a big group of athletes. They also will be coming into the range where their coaches will be able to bring the rifles out to them. So.
Up you go, B. Long pole, strong pole, strong pole. Good girl.
All right, we have got racers on the course here in the U11 Eco Aims, the U13 Eco Aims, Development 1 Boys Rifle, and Development 1 Girls Rifle. Also, Development 2 Boys Rifle and are on the course right now. You can see that we've got shooters on the range, queuing up here. Development 1 Girls. Chloe Coleman from Matau Valley, here from the United States. Chloe came in first in the sprint, first in individual. She has done amazing at this competition this weekend. We had the chance to talk to Chloe yesterday. She's so excited to be here, loves coming up to Canada to do these races. And there she goes. All right, we have kids of all ages coming into the range on rifle and eco aim, with the younger kids doing a slightly shorter course and using electronic rifles.
But when we look at the targets there, we can see many of these athletes will have an age.
Want me to? So I see there are kids coming into the range, getting all excited for this last day, mass starts, really exciting races. And we have got an interview here. Tanya Halleck is joining me in here for the interview, and we are going to have a little chat. Tanya, tell me, what is it like to do biathlon for you?
You mean in my age, or?
We can get to that.
The oldest one here.
Well, I know you're probably the oldest one here, but is that, and maybe that's the most interesting thing about you, but when did you become excited about biathlon?
Well, you know, when I was a kid, I wanted to do biathlon, but I never had a chance. I grew up behind the Iron Curtain. So here I am 50 years later, living my dream.
This is amazing. So when did you start biathlon?
About 3 years ago.
3 years ago. And Tanya, do you want to share with people how old you are? Is that something that you like to share?
Oh, sure. I'm 69.
So Tanya is 69, and you started how many years ago?
3 years ago.
3
at
years ago.
66,
What
yeah.
an amazing story. And did you cross-country ski your whole life, or is this still a new thing for you?
When I was a kid, I was competing, but of course there was no freestyle. It was all classic, so I had to learn that, and I've been doing that on my own. And the biathlon, yeah, it's just so much fun, so much fun.
That's
It's the
so
best
great.
sport.
That's so amazing. It's so wonderful to see you out there. You've got such striking blue eyes every time the camera picks you up. I get so excited to talk about you and see what you're doing out there. You're so inspiring, and we're just so happy to have you here. And you're here from Bulkley Valley, yes?
Yes.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about that club in Smithers?
Oh, well, it's a great club. It's relatively small, but it has a really good master's program, and they're getting more and more kids. They're doing a great job, and I think they will grow from now on for sure.
Amazing. Well, Tanya Halleck, anything else you want to say? Do you want to say hi to anyone on the live stream who might be watching?
Oh, sure, yeah. Enjoy. This is so much fun. Maybe you can get your kids into the sport. By the way, this is the best sport for kids.
And
as far
apparently
as
the
I
best
can
sport
say.
for 60-year-olds who are looking for a new sport to start.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Tanya, for coming and talking to us. I hope you have a great race today.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, bye. That was Tanya Halleck here from Smithers, Bulkley Valley. Tanya is 69 years old and racing. She just got into the sport of biathlon just a few years ago. And you see on your screen these kids who are just getting started at a very young age. Really a sport for everyone. All right, we're looking at some video of the range here. You can see on your screen, we've got athletes who've done mass starts in several categories from U11 all the way to Development 2 boys rifle. And in about 10 minutes, we'll be getting started with our Development 2 girls. You can see what's happening here. So there are athletes in the penalty loop there. You can see the top right of your screen. And what's happening here today are mass starts. So in the different categories, athletes are starting all together at the same time. And for every shot they miss, those athletes have to take a penalty loop. So when you see finishers in each category today, they will be crossing the line in the order that they actually, if the first person crosses the line, then that's the person who won the race. So that's a little bit different than some of the other races we've been doing this weekend and showing. If you're new to biathlon, we're trying to share all the information so that you can follow along and also get involved. Maybe like Tanya Halleck, maybe you'll wait until you're a little bit older, or maybe you're gonna get your kids involved at a younger age. Okay, we've got first finishers coming in. And you can follow along on Zone 4 at any time to see the results in real time.
Aiden, Ellen would, on the live feed would love to talk to you. So Aiden Dungy,
Athletes really powering up the hill here, and a little bit of a different mentality when they are racing right alongside one another, really knowing where they're standing in the race.
Tanya has not visited Ellen.
And athletes are not usually aware of how one another shoots, but if one hits the penalty loop and the other one takes off, then they're pretty sure that the other athlete has shot clean, and they're going to have to do some skiing to catch up. All right, we've got a finisher coming in here. This is number 3. This is Isla Haynes. Isla and Fiona Haynes are sisters in the U11 Eco Aims, bibs 2 and 3. And they are so excited to be a part of this sport today. This is their first weekend ever participating in biathlon competition. And they're both so happy to be here. All right, number 2, coming up the hill. This is Fiona Haynes. And like I said, Fiona and Isla doing biathlon for their first time, really loving the sport. They got involved here. They're both Caledonia Nordic, Prince George athletes. They got their start right here at Caledonia Nordic. And look at that concentration. Looking right straight through that target. All right, these athletes focusing at the range, trying to stay as still as possible, not be distracted by another athlete that might be jumping up or getting into position right beside them. All right, Charlotte Huscroft from Bulkley Valley is about to leave the range. And number 15, we have Leo Markson from Sovereign Lake. Leo was first in the sprint and third in the individual race on Friday. And he's shooting in lane number 7, and he's doing great off the bat. All right, that's 4 out of 5 for Leo Markson from Sovereign Lake. So that's 1 turn around the penalty loop, but then he's going to get right back on that course. Great shooting by Leo. All right, these athletes moving quickly now. They'll be visiting the range 3 times. And all of these first athletes will be shooting in the prone position. So you can see the results coming in. On the right side, you can see how the shooters are doing on the range. Taking a lot of concentration. The happy athletes that are taking that sharp right turn coming out of the range, missing the penalty loop altogether, are shooting clean today. Number 5, you just saw Nico Parr from Telemark Nordic Club. Nico came second in individual and first in the sprint this weekend at the IBU Regional Event Biathlon Canada Western Canadian Championships and Odlum Brown BC Championships. So we've let you know that all of these events are happening at the same time. Number 10, this is Chloe Coleman from Matau Valley. Chloe came first in the sprint and first in individual this weekend. And another great performance by Chloe. I hope she's having just the most wonderful weekend. We've got another finisher, number 4, Adley Garneau from Amanika Ski Club coming in. Adley is the only U13 skier today and has just shown such a great commitment getting started in the sport of biathlon. And joining us, we have Aidan Dungate from Caledonia Nordic Ski Club. Aidan came first in individual and the sprint, and now he's here with us today. How are you doing, Aidan?
Good.
Did you have fun out there?
Yeah.
So is it true that you like biathlon more than soccer?
Yeah.
Wow, why do you like biathlon more than soccer?
I don't know.
Is it super fun?
Yeah.
Have you ever done a cookie race?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's pretty fun too. They don't have cookie races in soccer, do they?
No.
No. How did you shoot today, Aidan?
I got 14 out of 15.
14 out of 15. Oh my goodness. So Aidan Dungate from Caledonia Nordic Ski Club, you're here from in Prince George is where you live?
Yeah.
And you shot almost perfectly. Congratulations, Aidan.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming and talking to us. I hope you just keep on enjoying your biathlon career.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
All right, that was Aidan Dungate, bib number 1 from Caledonia Nordic, who shot 14 out of 15 in Eco Ames today. Amazing showing. All right, you can see that we have our next mass start getting ready here. Development 2 girls. They'll be racing in about 2 minutes and another mass start. So like I said, if you weren't here earlier, a mass start is when all the racers start together, which is a little bit different than what we've been seeing this weekend, where racers start at intervals. So you can really see where you are compared to your competitors here today. And I say competitors, but let's be real, biathlon is all about friends and fun. These athletes are all getting along, laughing when it's not their day, and cheering one another on.
Mateus Clan from Edmonton Nordic Ski Club. So on the start line we have Lena Decour from Metau Valley, Elspeth Racina from Radio
Okay,
Nordic,
here we are back at the range.
Club,
In these first races, the athletes will be visiting the range 3 times, all in the prone position.
Ranson, Telemark Nordic,
The Development 1 boys and girls, and the Development 1 boys and girls will be doing 4 kilometers total, 4 1 kilometer loops, and coming to the range 3 times in the prone position. And look at them go, all coming out there together, shooting really well. You can see friends, family, coaches, community members coming out to cheer on these athletes here. Beautiful day in Prince George. So we've had a variety of weather conditions this weekend. Luckily, we've avoided a lot of the rain that has been coming in the afternoons here in Prince George. But what we have here at Otway, which is where Caledonia Nordic is located, is a weather station that is run by a UNBC professor, University of Northern British Columbia professor, Dr. Joseph Shea, who joins me right now to tell me first about the weather today and also about your weather station.
Well, we've got a sunny day today. It cooled off overnight. There were some crazy winds last night in the region and may have knocked out a couple of electronics here, but we are looking at crisper snow conditions today. And yeah, the weather station just is for people who are skiing the trails and for the maintenance crew who are doing an awesome job, by the way.
All right, and we're seeing Tova Slostad number 39 getting ready. Tova's from Metau Valley in the United States with Mia Verstrate from Telemark Nordic.
another finisher coming in here. It's Tiso from Kamloops Biathlon Club.
And number 7, Deacon Piscio, is coming in from Kamloops Biathlon Club. Deacon was 3rd in individual and 3rd in sprint this weekend. So Joe, tell us about how people might get information about this weather station.
Well, if you're skiing at the club, you can just check the station out and scan the QR code. But if you are somewhere else, you can just see it on Weather Underground. That's where all the data is.
Awesome. Weather Underground. All right, we've got some athletes that are going to join us to say hello and tell us how their races went today as we watch this live stream, these athletes coming in, and all of the results can be found in real time on Zone 4. Athlete heading to the finish line. This is William Drecott from Caledonia. All right, joining us we have Nico Parr from Telemark Nordic Club. Nico came 2nd in individual and 1st in sprint this weekend. Nico, what a great weekend. How are you feeling?
It's good. I was focusing a lot on sight picture and taking my time in the range so I could shoot well. And that's probably what got me to place well this weekend.
Amazing. Anyone you want to say hi to?
Thank you to my coach Chris for coaching me and my dad for driving me and also coaching me.
Yeah, parents and coaches just do so much to help out, hey? It sounds like you put in a pretty big effort.
Yeah.
A highlight for you this weekend, was it just all fun or did something really exciting happen in one of your races?
Yeah, just having a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, Nico.
Yeah.
Sebastian.
All right, we have another athlete joining us here today. This is Matthias Klen from Edmonton Nordic Ski Club. Matthias was 1st in individual, 2nd in the sprint, and you also came 2nd in the sprint in the BC Cup 1, I understand. How has your weekend gone?
It's gone really well, I think. I felt good. You know, my shooting went well the first day, really well. Second day, not as well. I didn't shoot clean, and yeah, it's felt really good. I think that my shooting went well. My skiing felt amazing. My skis felt really good. Yeah.
Awesome. Any highlights? You excited to just be in Prince George?
Yeah, I was really excited. We have some friends who are on a ski team and they have family here, so we were able to stay with them. It's really fun. And yeah, it was pretty amazing to get that experience to come here.
Great. And so it's obviously about more than just the racing, right? There's so much community and fun.
And it's just about team building too.
Amazing.
And being a good friend to other people.
Awesome. Well, we're so happy. Thanks for coming and talking to us.
And I'd like to thank my parents and my coaches so much for all the effort that they put in and all the hard work. And I really want to thank them. So thank you guys.
Oh, that's really nice. I'm sure they appreciate that. Thanks. All right, we have one more athlete that's joining us here today. As you see athletes on the range in the Development 2 Girls Rifle Mass Start category. So keep an eye on the action there while we talk to Adley Garneau here from Omanika Ski Club. And Adley is the sole U13 Eco Ames athlete, and we're just so excited to have you here. And we want to know how your weekend went and just what is it like to be a biathlete, Adley?
It was really good. I enjoyed both the races. And shooting was pretty well. I missed 3 my first day, then 2 today. But it was fun.
That's so great. And when did you get started in biathlon?
I've done like a couple tryouts from I think the first time I did a tryout was in 2023, just to try it and then just kind of going on from there. And then we have a development biathlon at our club. Or not development, but intro to biathlon.
And so that sounds like something that's really fun for you to do. You think you're going to stick with it? Do you like this sport? Yeah.
It's just kind of hard to find a left-handed rifle.
Oh, you have so how does that work? I didn't even think about that. So left-handed rifle, is it basically just the same thing and you just have to be able to commandeer a left-handed one?
I haven't really shot with the rifle at least too much just because it is hard to find one. So we've been doing eco aims and stuff. We have 3 at the club.
All right, so for maybe biathletes and guitar players, it's a little bit harder to just immediately enter a sport that has such a specific piece of equipment that's meant for right-handed people, something that we hadn't really thought about here. Anything else you want to share or someone else you want to say hi to?
I would like to thank Jenny and Karen just for helping with coaching and biathlon, and my mom for driving us out here.
Yeah, I saw your mom volunteering too. There's lots of parents out there volunteering and helping out, so you've had a great weekend?
Yeah, it's been really fun.
Awesome. Well, thanks for talking to us, Adley.
Bye.
All right, you can see athletes now on your live stream finishing here. Number 20, number 17, crossing the line. That's Cyril Jenkins from Mattel Valley and Atticus Verstrate from Telemark Nordic Club. All these athletes doing so great in these conditions in this mass start today. Joining us now, we've got Leo Markson from Sovereign Lake Nordic. Leo was first in the sprint and third in the individual this weekend, and he is joining me now. How are you doing, Leo?
Good.
Have you had a good weekend?
Yeah.
How did the mass start go for you?
Awesome. It was great.
All right, and you're seeing what we're seeing. You see people in the range shooting. Here's number 39. This is Tova Slostad from Mattel Valley. And what is she thinking there? Do you think when you're finishing, you've just shot on the range?
Well, what did she hit? 4?
Like, what's going through your mind when you're leaving the range?
I don't know. I like to just push really hard on my loops, if I have any, and getting out, just to get a first burst on that uphill. But, yeah, I don't know. I think it's just, like, go really, really hard and ease into it.
All right, and we've got the U17 standing girls that are just about to start. They're just at the starting line. What goes through your mind when you're at the starting line? Are you really excited? Are you nervous?
Lots of nerves. It's very scary, especially the gun that goes off. Gets lots of nerves and really fun.
Fires that adrenaline, and
yeah,
there it
adrenaline,
goes.
yeah.
So right now they're having a burst of adrenaline. These U17 standing girls getting started in their mass start. All right, Leo, and how did your weekend go? Like, anything stand out for you, an exciting moment?
I think today, especially with my shooting, normally it's not the best, but today I was really happy with my shooting.
So tell us, how was your shooting today?
I hit 4, 4, and 5.
4, 4, and 5. Wow, that is super impressive. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Anyone you want to say hi to?
My coach Avalon for the awesome zeros this weekend, and my grandparents for coming and watching every day.
Oh, that's so amazing. Well, thank you for joining us. We're so glad that you're here and that you've had a great weekend traveling up here to Prince George.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. You can see the U17 standing girls powering through, just getting started in their mass start.
We have another athlete coming to the finish line. This is Max Kovic from Caribou Ski Touring Club.
We've got 7 racers in the U17 standing girls category. And right now you're seeing Kirsten Bohm from Caribou Ski Touring Club, who's in Development 2 girls rifle. Development 2 girls rifle are doing 4 laps of the 1.5 kilometer course. So 6 kilometers total. That's hopeful because it's a little bit longer if they have to do some penalty loops. Lots of results coming up on your screen, and to the right you can see how the athletes are doing in the range. That's number 28, Elspeth Bausma from Red Deer Nordic, leaving the range now. We're looking at number 36, Hannah McIntyre from Caledonia Nordic Ski Club. Athletes in their penalty loop, some of them just with one, happy to get out of there and get back on the course. Knowing that with the mass start, the athlete that is in front of them is the athlete that they are looking to beat.
You see the first of the U17 standing girls coming into the range.
U17 standing girls coming into the range. They'll be visiting the range 4 times. The first 2, they'll be in the prone position, and the second 2, they'll be in the standing position. This is Sammy DeSalvo from Matau Valley Biathlon. Sammy came 4th in the sprint and 1st in the individual this weekend. Really an incredible showing from Matau Valley in the U.S. Okanagan, coming all the way here to Prince George, British Columbia. And Chloe let us know, Chloe's also from Matau Valley, that there aren't a lot of races in their neighborhood, so they like coming up to BC to participate in these events. Athletes in the penalty loop now. Probably giving themselves some pep talks to try to get through the rest of this race. You'll see some results coming up on your screen, some of the current standings. And these racers making a huge effort on this last day. Most of these racers have taken part in the competition on Friday and Saturday, so this is not only a huge event, this mass start, but they've already done 2 full days of racing. Lots of training and preparation, as we heard from our athletes. So much gratitude to coaches and parents and other loved ones who support their dreams to get on skis, to learn how to use a rifle, and to take part in this very unique sport of biathlon.
Lena is shooting in lane 13.
All right, we're looking at the U17 standing girls. Graphics here on your left show us the different positions of the athletes. Alexandra McDonald, number 41, currently in first place. She's from Foothills Nordic Ski Club in Calgary, which is no surprise. Alexandra was first in the sprint yesterday and third in the individual 2 days ago. Here at the IBU regional event, Biathlon Canada Western Canadian Championships and Odlum Brown BC Championships. Sammy DeSalvo's 44, Mattel Valley, second right now in the standings. And Emery Kelly from Foothills Nordic holding third place. Still lots of time to go in this race. Visiting the range for the second time here. Athletes will be doing 2 shootings in the prone position and 2 in the standing. You can see athletes number 33 and 35, Emmy Ransom and Kira Carmichael. Emmy's here from Telemark Nordic, as is Kira. Teammates who I'm sure have spent a lot of time training, shooting alongside each other. Now here today, racing side by side. So much connection and camaraderie with these athletes. And Kira taking off.
This is our first U17 standing girl.
You're seeing athlete number 44, Sammy DeSalvo from Mattel Valley. Sammy's done amazing this weekend, showing up on the podium. Focusing here as she prepares to aim and shoot at 5 targets. Slowing her breathing. You can see how the athletes become perfectly still right before they take that shot.
Range right now we have the development 2 athletes, the 2 girls, and the U17 standing girl.
The sun is shining here in Prince George, and you can see that the wind is picking up a little bit out there. It's pretty quiet yesterday. And shooters are really having to think about all sorts of different variables as they come up to the range. Got athletes in the mass start all coming into the range at the same time and sometimes leaving together, but you know that they really want to get away first. They want to get those shots off and they want to ski right past those penalty loops. You need traffic control out there. It's so busy. athletes and parents having lots of fun. Prince George has been an amazing venue, amazing host city for this event. We had a gala last night at Exploration Place, where athletes were treated to learn a little bit more about Prince George. Most of the athletes visiting this area are here from Western Canada, with some American athletes, as well as Northern Canada. We've got finishers coming in. This is number 27, Lena DeQueer from Matau Valley. Lena came first in the sprint yesterday. You're seeing number 30, Callie Washbrook from Telemark Nordic Club, coming in to finish here. Can hear her fans and friends and family cheering her over the line. What a great finish and a great weekend. Callie came 4th in the sprint and 5th in the individual this weekend. She also came 5th in the sprint in the BC Cup 1. Leaving the range, we have number 39, Tova Slostad from Matau Valley.
Is number 33, Emmy Ranson from Telemark Nordic Club. Lena, if you could talk to, could you go to the blue door, Lena, and talk to Ellen in her life.
You're seeing number 35, Kira Carmichael from Telemark Nordic, coming to the finish line after a great weekend of races. She took part in the sprint and the individual this weekend and must be very happy with her result as she hops over the finish line. And what a push from Kirsten Bohm, Caribou Ski Touring Club.
Minutes away from the start for the U17 standing boys.
Athletes here from the U17 standing girls entering the range. We've got some results coming in from the Development 2 boys category. We had Leo Markson in here earlier. He came in first with Grayson Pendergast from Telemark Nordic and Atticus Verstrate from Telemark coming in second and third.
We have another athlete coming to the finish line. This is Elspeth Rosina from Red Deer Nordic.
28, Elspeth Bausma from Red Deer Nordic. Just crossed the line. A great showing today with these athletes. Emery Kelly, number 42 from Foothills Nordic Ski Club in Calgary. Coming to the range. Emery was second in the sprint and second in individual this weekend. Really great showing this season with a third in the sprint for the BC Cup 1 and a first in the sprint for Calforex Cup number 5. She's had a great weekend here in Prince George as she takes her standing shots here at the range.
This is Emma Hartman from Edmonton Nordic Ski Club. What a great finish.
Number 32 getting cheered home. This is Eva Powhartman from Edmonton Nordic Ski Club. Development 2 girls coming in fast and furious. A lot of excitement when the racers are starting out in a pack, really knowing where they are in the field in real time. This is Adelie Dumais from Bulkley Valley Nordic crossing the line. That's Hannah McIntyre from Caledonia Nordic Ski Club with a great effort here today. And of course, who do we have but Mr. PG, who's been with us all weekend. He decided to bring the sun today for this last day of races here in Prince George at Caledonia Nordic Ski Club. Now, all the BC athletes are technically racing in 3 events at once: the Odlum Brown BC Championships, the Biathlon Canada Western Canadian Championships, and the IBU regional event. Racers dealing with lots of elements today. Bright sun coming off that snow. Windy conditions. They have to take a look around them to see what's going on before they set up for each shot. Biathlon's really a sport of extremes. Going full speed and then coming to full stillness. Our next group of racers is on deck. The U17 standing boys will be getting started in about 7 minutes here. You can see all the athletes here listed on your screen in the U17 standing boys category. There's 27 racers in the U17 standing boys field from all over Western Canada.
The U17 standing boys getting organized and finding their skis from all that lovely wax protocol done by Graham Moore and his team.
You can see them getting ready at the start line.
To the starting pen.
Racers are seated based on their performance earlier in the weekend. This is one of our biggest groups of racers here today, so it's going to be quite exciting to see them take off in just over 5 minutes.
Athlete racing to the finish line, making a great, pushing it right to the end, making a great finish here.
We have a finisher coming in. That's number 40, Mika Verstraete from Telemark Nordic. And number 39, Tova Slostad from Matau Valley.
And she's also in the U17 playing girl.
skier coming in, number 37, Maeve Williamson from Caledonia Nordic Ski Club in Smithers. Maeve's taken part in the whole race weekend in the sprint and in the individual events.
Standing boys will be starting in about 5
Our
minutes.
U17 standing girls
Themselves in the mass start in order
queuing up at the range.
to the sprint.
This is athlete number 45, Anna Calloway from Caledonia Nordic.
27 racers, so they need the whole range for the shooting, so you can see that. They need the whole range. Our U17 standing girls are coming in for their final standing shooting. So we have 3 athletes that have come in for standing shooting, and so we have 2 right now shooting. 18 standing boys, as I
We got
mentioned,
number
are doing
45,
time.
Anna Calloway from Caledonia Nordic.
Prone, standing. The athletes lined up are Sebastian Boston,
Completely concentrated
Angus
on the
Preston,
task at hand.
Brian Biathlon, Logan Rostocker from Foothills
We've got about 3
Nordic,
minutes until our next start,
from Caledonia Nordic,
which is the
Sophie Kerr,
U17
Vancouver Island Biathlon
standing
Club,
boys.
Jasper Hargraves, Foothills Nordic, Wyatt Bott, Sovereign Lake, Alex Moss, Sovereign Lake, Timothy Uding, Edmonton Nordic.
All these racers still staying quite close together in the range,
Nelson, Caledonia Nordic,
and depending on their performance in the range,
Nordic, Sebastian Mastel, Foothills
will
Nordic,
determine who gets out
Sea to Sky Nordic,
the quickest without penalty loops.
Lachlan Carmichael, Telemark Nordic, Jack Mahoney, Foothills Nordic, Finley Roberts, Foothills Nordic, Owen Levens, Caledonia Nordic.
So the person who takes a little bit more time in the range might actually get on the course a little quicker. Biathlon is the type of race that can change at any moment.
Grafton, Edmonton Nordic Ski Club.
You can see the U17 boys warming up. Getting ready for their mass start with 27 athletes. So the first time they come to the range will be a very, very busy time. These athletes getting ready about 1 minute away from their race time here today at Caledonia Nordic. We're 30 seconds away from this race start. Keep your eyes on the screen as the U17 standing boys are about to take off.
Spectators for this U17 boys start.
All right, this group of 27 boys are off. And they are powering out of the start, trying to get ahead, coming up this hill, staying tight together in a pack, with everyone trying to stay close to that leader, to try to outshoot them to get out of the range first. This is going to be an exciting race here today. All right, and joining us in our live stream is Micah Verstrata from Telemark Nordic Club. Hi, Micah.
Hi there.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, thanks.
So Micah is here watching just what we're seeing here. The U17 boys have just taken off, and they're probably pretty excited. How do you feel when you first start your races?
It's pretty fun, actually. You get like all excited, giddy, and I just like being able to race with a bunch of other people who enjoy the sport I do.
Great. And how did you do this weekend? Was it fun for you?
Yeah, it was super fun. I got to try my first standing race this weekend. Really stressful, but definitely excited to do it again.
Amazing. And what is it like to stand compared to being in the prone position? What goes through your mind?
Well, it's a lot more unsteady, definitely. But one of my coaches once told me it's always unsteady. You just have to learn how to shoot when it is. So that's what I did my best.
All right, and as we are chatting here, we see number 44, Sammy DeSalvo from Matau Valley just crossing the line. So the U17 standing girls are finishing up here. And what category were you in today?
I was in development, U17's prone girls.
And did you feel good about your shooting today?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That's awesome. Any highlights or anything from the weekend you want to share?
I really enjoyed the banquet. Dinosaur Museum, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 for the Dinosaur Museum. We are seeing a huge race for the development, or for the U17 standing girls crossing the line, leaving it all out there. And did you want to say hello to anyone or tell us anything about your experience here in Prince George?
Well, the snow is really great, and I'm just really thankful for all the waxers and volunteers that made it happen.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Micah,
Thank
for
you.
coming, and we will make sure to let everyone know that it is Micah Verstrata, because that is how you say Micah's name. Thank you for coming, and we're so glad you had such a great weekend here.
Much.
Of our U17 standing boys, a first clump of them is coming in. They're picking their rifles up at the first rifle rack.
All right, so we have athlete number 46. This is Mila Rapp from Foothills Nordic Ski Club crossing the line. U17 standing girls, what an effort by this group. And you're seeing the U17 standing boys, leaders coming into the biathlon range for their first round. And they will be in the prone position. And this will really maybe thin things out a little bit, depending how these U17 boys do.
Focus on shooting. The other sport within the sport of biathlon.
And as we're watching a very, very full range, we have not seen the range quite like this before. We have 27 racers in the U17 standing boys. Very exciting race for these boys. They're going to know pretty soon who's doing the penalty loops and who is taking off for that coveted lead position. So as they are exiting the range, we are joined by Lena DeCreer from Matau Valley. And Lena, we're really excited to have you. You've got a great group of athletes, all doing super well from Matau Valley. Tell us how you've done this weekend.
I think I had a pretty good weekend. It's not on. I think I had a pretty good weekend. Today was Okay, I had a pretty good weekend. Today was probably not my best race based on shooting. But overall, I think I had a strong race weekend compared to the rest of my season.
And did you have a lot of fun here?
I definitely did. I think it's an awesome course and an awesome range. And coming here from small Matau Valley, it's a pretty awesome experience.
Yeah, I hear that you guys like to come to BC to do your races.
Yeah, I've been here a couple times. I've never came all the way out to Prince George, but I've had a few races in Telemark and Canmore and Silver Star. So.
Amazing. Well, Lena, we're so happy to have you here. And did you want to say hello to anyone or thank you to anybody out there who might be watching?
I don't know who's watching, but I want to say thank you to my coaches and to my mom for sending me out here and supporting me even though she's not here. And yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this beautiful sunny day watching the rest of these races, and that you come back to Prince George and Canada to do more racing in the future. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right, this is an exciting race. We are watching the U17 standing boys. They will be visiting the range 4 times, twice in the prone and twice in the standing position. You see the folks coming out of the first penalty loops there. But biathlon is a game of uncertainty. You aren't sure what is going to happen. A lot can go wrong and right for athletes here. You can see athlete number 51 here. This is Oscar Nelson from Caledonia Nordic Ski Club. Oscar's had a great showing this weekend with 4th in the sprint and 1st in the individual. He's also 2nd in the sprint for the BC Cup 2 and up to the 19th sprint for the Youth Junior World Championships trials. High caliber athletes here at this international Western Canadian and British Columbia event, all rolled into one. And number 51, Oscar Nelson, leaving the range. Things are thinning out, but no leader should feel safe with 27 athletes in this race. Coming into the range, taking a lot of discipline to move to those mats slowly, to calm their breath, slow themselves down to get those shots off as still as possible before getting back out on the range. Like number 53, Jasper Hargraves from Foothills Nordic Ski Club. They are wasting no time once they get those shots off. Jumping up, getting back on the course. Some athletes taking a little bit more time on the range, and others making very short work, getting those 5 shots off, 5 opportunities to hit a target. Every target hit, you avoid a penalty loop. Let's see, number 67 and 69. Just ready to shoot. And those in that penalty loop, reminding themselves that this race is just beginning. Our early leaders in this race are Oscar Nelson, number 51, Sebastian Rossi, number 48, and Angus Preston, number 49. The athletes moving through the beautiful trails here at Caledonia Nordic. The sun is shining. This beautiful forested course. Getting some nice shots here at the range. And here is number 51, Oscar Nelson from Caledonia Nordic, leaving the range. While number 55, Alex Moss from Sovereign Lake, is just getting started. The U17 standing boys doing a total of 6 kilometers, 1.5 kilometer loops, and visiting the range. All right, 7.5 kilometers, so 1.5 kilometer loops. 2 shots in the prone and 2 shooting in the standing position. Number 53, Jasper Hargraves from Foothills Nordic, coming into the range for the second time. Quite the gaggle of athletes coming into the range. Lots of things to be thinking about. What mat to get to. They've just gotten their rifles. We've got volunteers and parents organizing all of these athletes coming in for their standing, shooting. And you can see each of them completely focused on their own targets. With the results coming in On the right side of your screen there, you can see that there are some folks, lots of folks doing penalty laps here. Athlete number 67, Finley Roberts from Foothills Nordic, hitting 4 out of 5 targets, is happily going to do one penalty loop and then get out of there and right back on the course. So that was Jasper Hargraves and Finley Roberts at the lead of that pack coming out of the penalty loops. With every opportunity at the range also being the possibility of losing your place if another athlete shoots a little bit better than you did. So this is Jasper Hargraves from Foothills Nordic, leading the pack up the hill. Luke Hillhouse from Caledonia Nordic finishing up at the range, hoping for the opportunity to catch some of those leaders. Number 48, Sebastian Rossi from Foothills Nordic coming into the range. Sebastian Rossi doing amazing here in this race today.
Our U17 standing boys coming in for their final standing shooting.
Making very short work of his time standing
6 minutes away
at the range.
from the start of the junior women. So the junior women will be starting in about 6 minutes. The junior women and the youth women will be starting together. The junior woman is doing a 2-kilometer loop 5 times, and the youth woman will be doing a 1.5-kilometer loop.
Angus Preston, number 49,
All adult classes will be shooting prone.
shooting very well today in this mass start, U17 boys.
Up these U17 standing boys coming into the range. This is their last standing shoot.
Along with Alex Moss from Sovereign Lake. This is Jude Parker from Foothills Nordic Ski Club coming up the hill. All right, and as we're watching the U17 standing boys here, I have an athlete, Odlum Purcell, who's here from Canmore Nordic Ski Club. And Olin, you're familiar with this mass start and coming into the range, moving between prone and standing. How are the conditions today, do you think, with the wind, and what are these athletes thinking about when they're especially in that standing position?
Well, in a mass start, you really don't want to miss targets because it's hard to close that gap when you can see who's ahead of you. But the conditions are pretty good today. It's harder snow than yesterday, so it's moving a lot faster. It's nice and sunny, which is always good. But yeah, you really can't miss in a mass start. Those doing penalty loops and seeing the whole pack go by is really disheartening. And the standing is hard.
What about that bright sun? Does that bright sun play into anything when you're trying to get a shot off?
Not really. If anything, it helps you out and just kind of makes the target a bit brighter, but it doesn't affect it.
All right, so we are seeing these U17 boys chasing one another through the woods here at Caledonia Nordic in Prince George. We've got our first finisher here. This is number 51, Oscar Nelson, just blowing things away. That's a huge finish there. There was no one right behind him. How do you think he's feeling right now, Olin?
He's probably feeling pretty great. That's a huge gap.
That's an amazing finish for Oscar Nelson from Caledonia Nordic Ski Club. And we can see right behind him, or the next person, Sebastian Rossi from Foothills Nordic, coming to the finish area now to snatch that second spot. So it's probably all lungs out here. Olin, what's it like on that last push for a longer distance here, going to the range 4 times?
Well, usually you feel pretty gross and dizzy, and sometimes it ends up in vomiting.
Well, we hope that we keep things clean at the finish line. Thanks, Olin. And here we have our athletes leaving the range. Still a really busy race here in the U17 standing boys category.
Rocky Mountain Racers, Youth Women, Jezebel Trellingberg, Caribou Ski Touring Club, and Moira Bradford, Foothills Nordic. They will be starting in a minute. So listen for the starting.
And as we are still in the midst of this U17 race, we also have the junior women and youth women on deck who are just about to get started here. Just about a minute. And right behind them will be the open men category, the junior men, youth men, adult 4 men, adult 3 women, 35 to 49 and 50 plus. All coming your way on this live stream straight from Caledonia Nordic. What a race for these athletes crossing the line now. That's Alex Moss and Kale Hislop from Sovereign Lake and Foothills Nordic crossing the line. They're just coming in fast and furious. What an effort by these U17 boys. Many of them sticking tight together during this mass start race. The next category getting ready, we've got the junior men, 19 to 21. about to take off here.
Mountain racers. For junior men,
Bib number 80, Zachary Grappellini from Rocky Mountain Racers, was first in the sprint and second individual this weekend. 81, Max Nielsen from Sovereign Lake, second in the sprint, third individual. And Dawson Schigel from Rocky Mountain Racers, third in the sprint and first in the individual. These athletes, really high performance this weekend here in Prince George. Have had 2 full days of racing and are capping their weekend off with this mass start.
another finisher. Bib
And we are just about to start here.
3. Marcus Parr.
With junior women and youth women already on the field, we've got the open men and the junior men
The finish line.
starting simultaneously.
Number 54, Wyatt Ball. Behind Wyatt is
Just about to get started here in this next mass start. They are off,
58 is Scully Nelson.
flying off of that start line. Wasting no time trying to get into that lead position.
Sullivan down is with number 65.
A little bit of a mix up there. Almost had a fall, but these experienced athletes know how to stay on their feet.
Our next group lining up at the start line is our youth men. We have 7 races for youth men. Oh, another finisher here.
We got a few different races starting right now. Also the youth men, 15 to 18, about to get started. And then 2 minutes later, the adult 4 men, and 2 minutes after that, the adult 3 women categories. All getting ready for their mass start here
Nordic, Tyler Lum,
at Caledonia. And look at this group. No one wanting to give up an inch. Oh, and racing right to the end.
number 60, Sebastian Mestel, and 59, Kale Hislop. Another
That was Sebastian Mastel and Cale Hislop, teammates from Foothills Nordic Ski Club. Having a good time right to the end. And this is Timothy Udding, number 56 from Edmonton Nordic, crossing the line in the U17 standing boys. And there they go. This is the youth men 15 to 18. And the junior men 19 to 21.
athlete approaching the finish line. Number 70, this is Lee Hillhouse.
At the line, our starters, adult men in the 50 plus category. We've got 2 men in this category, Glenn Rupertus and Ivan Pozniak.
We have another athlete approaching the finish line. On the start line right now, we have adult 4 men, 50 plus. The athlete coming to the finish is the 68. Owen Leathers from Caledonia.
BC Biathlon Championships is sponsored by Odlum Brown. The Western Series is supported by Biathlon British Columbia and Biathlon Alberta, which are the governing bodies for the sports in these provinces.
Next group is 2 minutes later. It's the adult 3 women. Coming to the finish line is bib 74, Jude Ratham from Edmonton
Canadian Tire is the presenting sponsor for the International Biathlon Union's Regional Events Biathlon. And I've heard great things about Canadian Tire here in Prince George, supporting so many different sports activities in this wonderful community. We got finishers coming in. That's Jude Parker from Foothills Nordic. And see how busy things are getting near the finish and start lines today, with athletes getting started and wrapping up their day, wrapping up their entire weekend skiing and shooting here at Caledonia, Otway. All right, we've got adult 3 women with Leah Maria Bowes-Lyon, Lori Clark, and Callie Swan from Bulkley Valley Nordic and Biathlon Yukon, taking off. And getting set for 5 laps, 1.5 kilometers each. They'll be visiting the range 4 times today. All right, look at these men coming in together. These are the open men 22 plus and the junior men 19 to 21 coming into the range, hoping to separate the field. Pressure is on to take those shots, to avoid those penalty loops here today. Every movement is precious, trying to slow things down as fast as they can so they can speed them right up again. As my mom would say, you go slow to go fast. And look at that. Really seeing how some athletes are just making no time at all. Some really great, clean shooting there. We're going to see things divide up a little bit more as some athletes are heading to the penalty loop. And I believe I saw Lance Secor from Rocky Mountain Racers hit the course right away. They're moving so fast, sometimes it's hard to spot the leader. And those who maybe just missed 1 or 2 coming out of that penalty lap. You see the racers coming through here. This beautiful course here at Caledonia. Peeking through the trees. Looks calm and serene, but what's going on in their heads is, I need to get to the range first. Really wanting to catch that leader and knowing that things can switch up, as we saw happen in the Olympics many times in biathlon. One little error on the range can change the entire trajectory of this event. So nobody's slowing down, knowing that their next visit to the range is an opportunity to get ahead. You can see on this rifle, Stride and Glide Sports, which is actually a sponsor for this event. Canadian Tires are presenting sponsor for the International Biathlon Union's regional events, Biathlon. You're seeing Ivan Pozniak from Sea to Sky Nordics coming into the range. Seems so counterintuitive when you're spectating and watching the athletes move so slowly as they come into the range, but it is so important to take that time, lower their heart rate, slow their breathing. Volunteers adjusting the lines, sweeping the mats, keeping them clear of casings and snow. You can see the shooters on the range and how they're doing. Battling the wind. All right, and we have got a special guest with us right now. We have Oscar Nelson from Caledonia Nordic Ski Club. Welcome, Oscar.
Thank you.
And you just had a big race. In which event did you just race?
The mass start.
Which category?
U17 standing.
The U17 standing. That was quite the race. You had 27 athletes in that field. So no pressure there. How did that go for you, Oscar?
It went really, really well. I don't know, the shooting just kind of worked today, and I was feeling pretty good on the skis.
So you crossed the line first in this race.
Yep.
How did that feel in a mass start race? It must feel extra special when you know you're in the lead.
It does. It feels really good. I'm a big fan of the mass start.
And has that ever happened to you before? Have you ever won a mass start?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So you're an experienced winner. How did your shooting go today? Or what was it for you that really stood out for you for the race today?
For the race, definitely the shooting. Like, I went 10 for 10 prone, which I've never done before, and it felt super good and was just a great way to start off the race.
And how did your standing go?
My standing? It was 7 for 10. I think that's still good. I'm happy with that. But
that's some amazing shooting. And did you notice the wind was a bit of an issue today? How did that go? It looks windy for us out here.
Yeah, I don't think it really affected me much. Like, I didn't really do any changes for the wind, but I think it just kind of worked out for me today.
Amazing. And I see that you also went to Youth World National Championship Trials. Where was that held and how did it go for you?
That was in Whistler. I was really happy with it. I had some good races, some bad races, but it was a super fun and positive experience to race all the really, really fast people.
Amazing. And anything you want to share with people that might be watching? So this is people who have maybe never seen a biathlon race before, all the way to people who are just super excited and they know everything about it. Anything you want to share with people who are viewing the live stream today?
Not really. I would just say keep watching. It's a fun event to watch, and there's a lot of things that can change in race to race.
Awesome. And anyone you want to say hello to from here?
Not really, no.
You got friends and family who are watching maybe?
Maybe. There's the cross-country athletes from Caledonia in Quebec right now for nationals. So
Right.
yeah, I
Amazing.
think they were watching yesterday.
Cool. Well, thank you for coming in. Anything else you want to share?
No, thank you.
All right. Well, we're really proud of you. That was a great showing today and a super fun weekend for you here in Prince George. So thanks for joining us here.
Thank you.
All right, that was Oscar Nelson from Caledonia Nordic Ski Club in Smithers, who won that packed U17 mass start race. What a feeling to cross the finish line first in a mass start race. Just a really different feeling. We got our penalty loop filled with athletes who are hoping to avoid it the next time around. You're seeing Jezebel Trellenberg from Caribou Ski Touring Club in the range right now. Jezebel is a student at UNBC who skis with the varsity UNBC team. But each of those team members also represents their own home club where they first started biathlon. We were able to talk to Jezebel yesterday and learn about how awesome it is to live in Prince George, to be so close to such a world-class facility, to train for this very unique sport while also being able to continue her studies. And an amazing thing about this event today is that every athlete that takes part is eligible for a $2,000 scholarship to attend UNBC in the future. So their first and second semester will each have a $1,000 scholarship towards them, which is a really incredible opportunity for these athletes. And awesome for the UNBC ski program to attract some high quality athletes. We'll see how this team grows in the future. That's David Hillhouse leaving the range at Caledonia Nordic. He is a Prince George athlete. We're seeing the targets. We're seeing the volunteers adjusting, resetting. It takes so many people to run these races. You're seeing the adult three women getting ready at the range here. These three women started together and they are now shooting. And you can see on the lower right of your screen how they're doing. Are they going to stay tight together here, or is one going to advance? And you can see that Callie Swan from Bulkley Valley shooting very well, 4 to 5. Lori Clark shooting clean. Making it a really exciting race.
Second standing.
As they move onto the course. Seeing the skiers through the trees here. Beautiful Prince George. Bit cooler weather today, which is a nice welcome. The conditions are great for skiing today. Aiden Ludwig and Tyler Lum. Colton Rostrucker leaving the range in the youth men 15 to 18 category. Tyler Lum and Jezebel Trellenberg, teammates in the UNBC Varsity Club. Different categories here today, but racing alongside each other. Jezebel representing the Caribou Ski Touring Club, and Tyler the Telemark Nordic Club. Tyler came 3rd in the sprint and 5th in an individual this weekend. And he came in 16th in the sprint in the Youth Junior World Championships trials. And Tyler's dad is running the Zone 4 today. Lots of family connections here. You're seeing 83, Aiden Ludwig from Capel Valley Nordic. Came in 4th in both the sprint and individual this weekend. And he was 13th in the mass start. 13th in the Youth Junior World Championships trials in Whistler. Capel Valley Nordic is located in Saskatchewan.
Than the junior men and the youth men, so they
This is Zach Grappellini from Rocky Mountain Racers. Zach's had a great showing this weekend, first in the sprint, second in individual. And Lance Sikora right on his tail. Racers just feeling the burn of 3 days of racing here in beautiful British Columbia. Many have traveled to come here, taking all their concentration as they come into the range. You see in the standing position. It's David Hillhouse, number 90 from Caledonia Nordic Ski Club. He did not travel to come here. He is located in Prince George. Also in the range is Lori Clark from Biathlon Yukon and Glenn Rupertus from Vancouver Island Biathlon Club. And apparently Glenn went to 3 Olympics when the biathlon was classic skiing. Fun fact. We have athletes putting it all out there in the mass start here today. Several doing a 7.5 kilometer race with 1.5 kilometer loops, visiting the range 4 times and adding on any distance for shots missed. We've had lots of happy athletes who came in having shot clean today. And we hope there's more clean shooters this afternoon. That's number 85, Benjamin Jones from Foothills Nordic, leaving the range. And Benjamin Jones getting back on the course after a penalty loop. Got finishers coming in and another race just getting underway. Another competition here today. In just 2 minutes, we're going to be having the adult men's categories taking off in a mass start. All right, we've got the adult 3 men getting underway. You can see Will Cattle from Caledonia Nordic Ski Club. Excited to be taking part this weekend. Lots of adults getting into this sport a little later in life, as we heard from Tanya Halleck from Bulkley Valley, who only started when she was in her 60s. And she is now competing at the age of 69. We're going to see her later today. She's the final racer today. We have 20 racers, 20 competitors even, in the adult 3 men category. Just about to get started here. This will be another exciting big group to watch. They are ready at the line, and this race is about to start. And there they go. 20 men competing for the top spot in the mass start today here in Caledonia. 7.5 kilometers, 5 loops, 4 visits to the range, 2 prone, 2 standing. And we've got other races still moving through the woods here at Otway. And look at these biathletes. Sticking close to one another. The adult 3 men, 35 to 49 and 50 plus in these groups. Just about to get started here are the adult 2 men, adult 1 men rifle, adult 2 women, including Tanya Halleck, who came here today from Bulkley Valley Nordic. Just got started in biathlon at the age of 66. Look at this finisher. That's Benjamin Jones from Foothills Nordic Ski Club.
Ellen on the live stream would love to talk to you. So she's in the blue door next to the biathlon.
You can see athletes at the range getting themselves sorted, making sure that everything is set just right. That's Jalen Sellinger crossing the line from Rocky Mountain Racers in the junior women 19 to 21 category. Leah Marie Bowes-Lyon from Bulkley Valley shooting there. And Jessie Richter, Sovereign Lake Nordic. Coming in strong and finishing up his race here today. David Hillhouse, Youth Men 15-18 from Caledonia Nordic, coming to the range now. Shooting alongside Max Nilsson, Sovereign Lake Nordic, who's competing in the Junior Men 19-21 category. And within every competition, there's always a race. Here we've got 89 and 87 battling it out. This is Colton Rostucker and Nathaniel Dean from Foothills Nordic and Caledonia Nordic. On your screen right now is David Hillhouse from Caledonia Nordic, right here at home. Looks like David's got to take one penalty lap, but he shot pretty well there, 4 to 5. Athlete number 88, Finn McCleary, Foothills Nordic, here from Calgary. Athletes leaving it all out there today. In this adult men's 50 plus and 35 to 49 category, a lot of these men are actually parents of some of the younger athletes that you've seen here today. It's a real family event. Lots of adults getting into this sport for the first time after they've taken their kids to training and decided that they could give it a shot too. See what I did there? Adult 3 men either leaving the range directly if they've had a good time in the range, and otherwise they're going to stick around for a couple of penalty loops. Hopefully not 5. Number 86, Tyler Lum, finishing super strong here in the Youth Men 15 to 18 category. Not far behind number 82, Dawson Shigal from Rocky Mountain Racers, and James Grundle. Some of these men are in different categories. So some of these mass starts starting together, but racing in different categories. And that's Lance Sikora, Rocky Mountain Racers, crossing the line. You're getting a nice view of our facility here at Caledonia Nordic, Otway. In Prince George on this warm March weekend. Lori Clark, Biathlon Yukon, and Callie Swin from Bulkley Valley Nordic. 94-95, pushing it, racing to the end. And Glenn Rupertus in the adult 4 men 50 plus crossing the line right behind them. Leah Marie Bows Lyon. So that brings in all of the adult 3 women very close together over all of those visits to the range and 5 laps around the course. A mass start of 3 that stuck together throughout the whole race. You're seeing racers who started at all different times in their mass starts now on the course. Some of them skiing different distances. Either 1.5 kilometer, 1 kilometer, or 2 kilometer laps. Organizers and volunteers helping everyone to get where they need to be, get into their lane, so that their shooting can be recorded. Information passed on so they know how many penalty laps to do or not to do them if they shoot clean. You're seeing Jeannot Dessonnier from the Hinton Nordic Ski Club Cougars in the range now. This is athlete number 97, Will Cattle from Caledonia Nordic Ski Club. Will has some daughters who also take part in cross-country skiing and biathlon. And one of his daughters kindly lent my son a rifle here this weekend so that he could also take part in this awesome event. All right, you see Will in lane number 10 here. Making sure everything is sorted here at the range. All right, so Will getting away with 4 out of 5, doing really well here on the range and getting back out for this adult 50 plus and 35 to 49 men race. All right, we have got some special guests joining us right now for the live stream. Lori Clark. All right, we've got Lori Clark, Callie Swan, and Leah Marie Bose Lyon. So 2 of you from Bulkley Valley Nordic and 1 from Biathlon Yukon. We just saw you finish your race, and here you are visiting us. We feel very privileged. It looked really fun out there, and you all really stayed together. So who wants to start? You can maybe say your name, and how did the race go for you today?
Lori Clark from Biathlon Yukon. Super happy to be here. What a great atmosphere, and the volunteers are amazing, and the commentating wonderful. And it was a real pleasure to be able to ski with a couple of other master women and have a super competitive race. and fight for the line. I'm sure we looked amazing.
So that was amazing. Did you all shoot exactly the same, or how did you stay so close together?
I tried to ski fast.
I only
Well, let me say your
I
name.
only got ahead of Lori because I shot a little better. She outskis me, but it's such a privilege to have Lori from the Yukon. It's the first time we've met her, but we're so excited because like we are holding down the fort of women's masters in Bulkley Valley. We have actually quite a strong masters women's group there, and every time we can join and embrace another woman, we're just so excited to have another one of the family.
Awesome. Well, you looked like family out there, even though you're competing. So thank you, Callie Swan. And this is Leah Marie Bowes-Lyon. Bowes-Lyon from Bulkley Valley. So you're in Smithers. And how did it go for you today?
It was great. It was really fun to have a mass start, and the race was really close. I think we were all in the lead at one point or another, and it kept switching around. So that makes for a really exciting race and makes us push ourselves even harder. I fell on the first big hill, but got right back up and kept going. And I was happy I was able to stick to the girls. And this event's been really great, and we've had lots of fun. And kudos to the organizers. And this live stream is amazing. So thank you so much for that. We've been watching it and enjoying it very much.
Amazing. Anyone you want to say hello to, or anything else you want to add here today?
I'd like to say hello to my husband and my son Theo in Smithers, and this is my daughter Charlotte, who also raced.
How did it go today, Charlotte?
Good.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
That's the most important thing, hey? Have you done a lot of races?
Well, I've done these ones. I went to Penticton last week to do some races over there.
Yeah, she did the U13 championships last weekend.
And I did Tours North last year.
That's amazing. So do you think you'll do more races as you get older? Are you inspired?
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, thank you so much. Did you want to say hello? Or
hello to my husband, Bart, who's not here right now. My son, Justice, was competing today as well in the Dev boys category. So it's kind of a family event. And I know you have a significant other here too, Lori.
Yeah, my husband is racing right now, and hopefully he's doing all right. And
All right.
just shout out to Biathlon Yukon Arctic Winter Games starting tomorrow.
Amazing.
Thanks.
So if you are watching, then Lori's husband is Brian Healy, number 99. So like we said earlier, lots of family members racing together. It's a really great community. All right, as we're watching these final races, we also have Benjamin Jones joining us. Benjamin is here from Calgary Foothills Nordic Ski Club. Benjamin, you came in second in the sprint and first in individual this weekend. How did the mass start go for you today?
It was pretty good. I mean, I think I skied the wrong loop on the first half, but things happened, so skied fast, shot good. I don't know, just happy with it.
So you're having fun here?
Oh, I'm having fun. I love these trails, so yeah.
And have you been to Prince George before?
I have, yes. I've been a couple times for summer training and also for the races last year for trials.
Amazing. I understand you also raced at the Youth Junior World Championship trials. Those were in Whistler, yes?
Yes, yeah, those were awesome.
And you came third in the mass start there and seventh in the sprint. How does it feel to come in third in a mass start event? That must have felt amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I think I got up there because my first shooting was a clean. So, yeah, I love mass start, my favorite event for sure. Yeah.
Amazing. Anyone you want to say hello to?
I want to say hi to the boys up in Europe right now. Probably going to make them watch this when they come home, so yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming in and saying hello, and we hope you have a great rest of your time here in Prince George.
Thank you.
All right, we've got the adult men 35 to 49 and adult men 50 back in the range. They are shooting standing. You can see Will Cattle and Andre Petrov. Andre is here from Vancouver Island Biathlon Club. He came 6th in the sprint and 4th in individual this weekend. All right, and Will Cattell leaving the range with a few penalty laps to do here today. A great view here of adult men at the range. You can see on your screen athlete number 120. That's Tanya Halleck from Bulkley Valley. Tanya is 69 years old. Has been doing biathlon for 3 years. She's here from Smithers. Tanya, very focused athlete, shooting very well in the standing position. Just new to the sport. Few penalty loops for Tanya, but she's got to be happy to hit some of those targets. In the range, we've got John McNern from Telemark Nordic Club and David Nelson from Caledonia. And Brian Healy, also from Biathlon Yukon. And we spoke with Brian's wife, Lori Clark, who just finished in the Masters Women and is out there cheering for Brian now. And there he goes. What a wonderful experience for people from all over Canada coming here, athletes from Yukon, Saskatchewan, Alberta, also from Washington State and all throughout British Columbia. Athletes on the range not always happy with their performance. You can see it on their faces without even seeing how they've done on the targets. And when they shoot clean, You can't miss those smiles. This is Britt White from Bulkley Valley Nordic. She's in the adult 2 women 35 to 49 category. 1 kilometer loops for Britt today. It's a team effort in that penalty loop today. Athletes trying not to lose steam towards the end of their race. Graham Titty from Sea to Sky Nordics and Andrew Preston entering the range. Alongside Martina Bezzola from Bulkley Valley Nordic. This is a good time to talk about some of our sponsors, including Spark Geo, IDA, Asant, CP Communications, PNL, EDI, Stride and Glide, Papyrus 101.3 The River, 99.3, Pattison Media, Pomeroy Lodging, Physio North, CKPG Today, Linda and Lori Cook, and of course, Canadian Tire, our title sponsor for today. Biathlon Canada, and for our BC championships, the Odlum Brown and Mincher Coleman. Shooters at the range today in the adult men category. And you can see Tanya Halleck, number 120 on the range, finishing up there. Windy conditions here in Prince George. Our funding partners here today include the Province of British Columbia, the City of Prince George, Northern Development, Regional District of Fraser Fort George, Caledonia Nordic Ski Club, All right, we have a finisher. Crossing the line right now is 118 Britt White from Bulkley Valley Nordic. Britt White is competing in the Adult 2 Women category. At athlete number 110, John McNern from Telemark Nordic. John came in 9th in the individual here just 2 days ago. Daniel Udding coming towards the line from Edmonton Nordic Ski Club in the Adult 3 Men 50 Plus category. Great showing here today. Right behind him, 102 Jeannot Dessonnier from Hinton. A lot of these men finishing close together in this mass start here today. That's 101 Scott Wager from Methow Valley, all the way from the United States. In the Adult 3 Men 50 Plus category. This athlete number 110, John McNern from Telemark Nordic, leaving the range. And David Nelson, Caledonia Nordic from Smithers. And he came in 13th in the sprint yesterday, which was his first ever biathlon race. It's never too late to get involved in biathlon. It has been a wonderful weekend here in Prince George, on the unceded ancestral territory of the Ledley-Tenay First Nation. The name Ledley-Tenay means the people where the two rivers flow together. This refers to the meeting of the Fraser and the Chaco rivers here in Prince George. Seeing finishers crossing the line here in these adult categories. And we are grateful to the Ledley-Tenay people for their stewardship of this land for generations and for the opportunity to gather, compete, and celebrate sport here today. This event has drawn more than 130 athletes from across Canada and the U.S., representing the full spectrum of biathlon competition, from developing youth competitors to national team athletes. We have finisher coming in here. That's 106 Graham Tootie from Sea to Sky Nordics. As we've told you, Canadian Tire is our presenting sponsor and the International Biathlon Union's Regional Events Biathlon, and our event sponsors directly sponsor this event through their support of the Grand Tour of Caledonia. We've got a finisher coming in here. This is number 97, Will Cattle from Caledonia Nordic Ski Club. A great race for Will today. Just getting started in competing in biathlon. Looks like he's had a lot of fun out there. (104) Andre Petrov, Vancouver Island Biathlon Club, coming around the corner to finish his weekend of races today. We've got Craig Hislop from Foothills Nordic Ski Club crossing the line, as well as Brian Swansberg from Bulkley Valley Nordic. Ces événements ne pourraient avoir lieu sans le généreux soutien de nos partenaires financiers, notamment Canadian Tire, à titre de commanditaire présentateur. Les événements régionaux de biathlon de l'Union internationale de biathlon, ainsi que nos commanditaires d'événements qui soutiennent directement la compétition et le Grand Tour de Caledonia. Le comité organisateur a travaillé fort afin d'offrir une expérience exceptionnelle aux athlètes et espère que tous les participants à l'événement régional de l'IBU, au championnat de l'Ouest canadien de biathlon Canada et au championnat Odlum Brown de la Colombie-Britannique se sentiront les bienvenus. We've been live streaming to you from the Caledonia Nordic Ski Club located in Prince George, British Columbia. The Nordic Center lies on the south slope of the Nechako River, about 5 kilometers upstream of the confluence. We are thanking our sponsors, including Canadian Tire, the International Biathlon Union, Russell Avey, the Government of British Columbia, City of Prince George, Northern Development, CP Communications, Central Strategies, PNL, Stride and Glide Sports, Regional District of Fraser Ford, George, and finally Tim Hortons. And that man could use a coffee as he crosses the line here today at Otway in Prince George. And there's Mr. PG here at the Caledonia Nordic Ski Club, situé à Prince George, en Colombie-Britannique, au Canada, un centre géographique et culturel au cœur des terres ancestrales non cédées de la Première Nation Ledleytonais. Le centre nordique se trouve sur le versant sud de la rivière Nechako, à environ 5 km en amont de la confluence avec la fleuve Fraser. Finishers still coming in here from our men's category. Everyone making a great effort here today. And that is David Nelson from Caledonia Nordic Ski Club. And his teammate, 98, Ian Levins. So many Prince George athletes taking part in this event on home turf this weekend. We've got a few more athletes left on course as we begin to wind down the races. 3 days of individual sprint and today mass start biathlon competitions here in beautiful Prince George at Otway, the Caledonia Nordic Ski Club. Amazing efforts by athletes of all ages and all stages of this. Some of them their first biathlon competition this weekend. Some of them seasoned athletes who have traveled around the world to compete in this special sport. You're seeing some results coming up on your screen here. And you can always check your results at Zone 4 in real time. We've had the pleasure of meeting so many athletes who have come to say hello on the live stream. And we invite athletes to look back through their races and find clips of them shooting on the range or starting in any of the 3 different events that took place this weekend. Barry Zunti from Kamloops was 13th individual and 12th of the sprint in the BC Cup 1.
We still have finishers on course here, so I can't take this one down yet. But then that's
And happy to have a weekend full of races now behind him. It's all about hot chocolate and soup. We'd like to take this time to thank all of the staff here at Otway, the parents, the volunteers, organizing committee, all of the organizations who helped to organize this and many other biathlon competitions across Canada and beyond so that these athletes can enjoy these weekends of fun and friendship. The technical committee. We have so many people working on video, audio, running this show. You've done a great job with this live stream. Our announcer Lisbeth outside, letting people know what's going on. (113) Neil McKay from Caribou Ski Touring Club, finishing his race today. Three events going on this weekend. The IBU regional event. It's an International Biathlon Union sanctioned competition where athletes from multiple countries compete and results count for international ranking and qualifying points. Also happening this weekend has been the Western Canadian Championships. So those are from athletes from British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and the Northern Territories. And these results determine Western Canadian champions. Lastly, we have the BC Provincial Championships, the Odlum Brown BC Championships. And this is an event for BC athletes. The results determine provincial champions and provincial ranking points. So BC athletes truly taking part in 3 different events in every race this weekend. This has been a wonderful event. Thank you for joining us on the live stream these last 3 days. We've enjoyed meeting all of you. Thank you to everyone for their involvement, and have a wonderful day.
This is going to be a good one, folks, and here we go. The both teams are ready for tonight, and the crowd is ready.